Yo, what's up? I'm Uncle Bobby. Welcome to my channel. This is Bobby Loves Footy. We're gonna be doing the top 10 best finals from the last decade, which is from 209, 10 up until 2020, 2021. So yeah, I enjoyed the video. I think it's gonna be a nice one. So it's my first video, so it'll be a bit nervy for me because I've never been like in front of a camera before. So yeah, let's get into it. Coming up at number 10, Liverpool v Spurs. It was my least favorite, but my most anticipated one because I watched it like during, I think it was 18-19 season, and that was like a dope season. Liverpool v Spurs. The match was overly a bit weird because Pochettino made a whole lot of changes to his squad and didn't really come out from. He left out Lucas Moura was on a form of his life, and he started playing Harry Kane, which was a bit weird. So yeah, for me it was not the best final in terms of tactically from Pochettino. But then when Liverpool got the penalty, sus penalty man it got. It was just one-sided from that moment onwards. Liverpool sat a bit deep and didn't really want to play out, and then Origi got the last score, so yeah. Coming up at number 9, it's gonna be Bayern Munich versus PSG. It was actually a very attacking flowing game. You had Bayern Munich attacking for days. You had PSG also showing their ability on the ball, playing very well. I was actually surprised that PSG actually played super well, considering that I actually thought they would be just battered by Bayern, but I was actually wrong. A defeat, suffer goal from their very own Kingsley Coman came on and he scored the winning goal for Bayern Munich. So it was a decent match, very nice, which it's a final, and Mbappe being Mbappe, I really don't see why people put him on that pedigree that he is. He is an amazing talent, to be honest, but then when it was right there for him, a player that scored like 150 goals or 100 and something goals, you're expecting him that at that final moment he's just supposed to straight and take it, but instead he passes the ball to the player that was just close to him. So I think that was the moment for me, and the Neymar moment where he could have actually scored the goal. But yeah, it's coming at number 8 is Real Madrid v Atletico Madrid. It's not the 2014 one. This is actually the 2016 one. I think it was a very nice match. I don't want to put it up there because it would end up being Real Madrid's show. They won like 4 of them in one decade, which is mad to say the least. So I decided to put this one a bit lower and allow the other team to actually have like a center stage. It was an amazing match for me. It had a bit of everything. It had moments like the Griezmann moment where he missed the penalty. You had the one front moment where he scored and absolutely changed the scenery of the game. You had the Cristiano being Cristiano, scoring that banger of a goal. It wasn't a banger, but it was a very nice goal. It's a typical Ronaldo goal, I guess. And I didn't expect it to go the full length that it went to. And again, if you wanted reassurance of how good Oblak is as a goalkeeper, that match is just literally a reference, because he was absolutely world class in that match. You'd actually see he was elite. I don't know what's better, elite or world class. Sit down in the comments. So yeah, so for me it's a 8. Chelsea v Bayern Munich, the amazing classic match. Now I think I'll get a bit of criticism from people that are actually Chelsea fans, because this match for a final was a bit one-ended, in where Chelsea looked vulnerable and Bayern was just trolling all over them, to the point where Bayern should have just won that match with ease, but Chelsea didn't allow that. They played very well. Praise to the defenders for Chelsea, David Luiz, that left back guy, don't know him, I think he's Bosinga or something like that, the black guy with the long ass unibrow. So yeah, but it was an amazing match. It was at the dying minutes where Drogba just scored the equalizer. For me, that was just cool. That was just so ice cold. And then eventually scoring the penalty to win the match. I mean, that guy just he's got the balls of steel, to be honest. And that's the thing with Drogba's always been criticized that he didn't score so many goals, but then the goals that he scored were crucial goals. You know what I mean? You might be Mbappe, you might have scored like 100 goals, but then at the end of the day, if you can't score the most crucial ones, you're a bit sus, innit? So for me, Drogba was just amazing in that match, and props to him, and props to the whole Chelsea squad. They absolutely played for themselves to win that trophy. So another modern classic is Dortmund v Bayern Munich. It was a nice one, to be honest. It was a very nice match, very quick. It had very much. I was a bit disappointed by Jurgen Klopp's men. Maybe it's because they're not used to playing in finals, unlike Bayern, who were in the final the year before, I think. So I think it was just that experience that they didn't have, but they played absolutely well. Amazing German. The goalies for German that year were just mad, both from the Dortmund side and Manuel Neuer. They were absolutely pulling off some brutal saves, especially I thought the one that hit his face, the Dortmund goalkeeper, that was a brutal save, to be honest. Just like sucker punched him. It was an amazing match, to be honest. So really rate that match highly. So coming at number 5 is Real Madrid v Liverpool. I think this had everything. It had the goals, it had the shenanigans, it had the antics, it had the it had everything. The transfer rumors, even at the stadium. It was just such an amazing night of football. You know, you've got the goals from Karim Benzema. You've got even people entering into this. I think, if I remember very well, I think there was a woman who entered into the pitch. So it was just such a modern classic. Was it not up? I think the better finals, but this was actually modern classics. Barcelona v Juventus. How can I start with this one? This was a flamboyant one. It's a very flamboyant one. You're playing with one of the, probably, if it's modern era front threes. For me, it was the perfect and more balanced, because you've got a creator and goal scorer in Messi, you've got an all-and-out goal scorer in Suarez, and you've got Neymar, who's also a creator goal scorer at the same time. It was such an amazing front three, an upcoming force to be reckoned with. Juventus tried. At the end of the day, we can't take anything away from that. But Barcelona was just such a better team. Even in the match, they played Barcelona football. It was so romantic. It was so sublime. The passes were ticking. They were moving. In the final, you usually see a team struggling because of nerves. But Barcelona had confidence when they were playing. Even when they went 1-0 down, when it went equal, they still moved and played like Barcelona. So credit to Luis Enrique. He's a bit of a suspect for me for a manager, but his football is amazing throughout the whole entire match. So credit to Barcelona for that. P4. Real Madrid v Juventus 4-1. It was an absolute banging match. It was an amazing match. Juventus were destroyed by Real Madrid. As much as people say that Real Madrid buys the referees, I mean the antics at the end of the match, but Real Madrid was flying. First, that goal from Cristiano Ronaldo, peak of a goal. It was just so perfect, and the way they moved Real Madrid was so nice. It wasn't that they dominated the game, but then they moved with intent to win it. You know what I mean? Even up until the last goal, which was go by. And off the bench, Asensio. It was just such an amazing match. For me, it was just a modern day. I wouldn't say it was a classic, but it was just a team that knew what they were doing. Got their La Decima, break records, made history. It's things that you want to see. And they played with intent, to be honest. And they were amazing, Real Madrid. Barcelona v Man United. Man, why can I start with this one? This one's a bit mad for me, to be honest, because obviously growing up, I support United, and growing up and I didn't witness the match, I won't lie, But then watching it, it was a reason why some of the United fans actually fled to City. Pep Guardiola's team played fluid football. They played total tiki-taka in a final. Let me remind you, this is a final where people crumble. Barcelona played total football in that match. They were absolutely looking dangerous from all angles. I won't even mention the second half, because the second half was just mad. They were just absolutely flying. This is what Liverpool was supposed to do against Spurs, man. Come on, Spurs. Come on, Liverpool. They played amazing football. They were brilliant in all aspects. They showed that they wanted to win it more than United. Not saying that United didn't want. I mean, the comeback goal from Wayne Rooney after 7 minutes conceding, they wanted the match also. But Barcelona played like a team that wanted to win, and they got their win. Messi just looking like a little troll. He's just moving all around the field like it's rice, man. He's just playing football like he's eating rice. You're just looking amazing, and the game was just so good, to be honest, with all fairness. And fair play to Guardiola. It was an amazing match on Guardiola's end, and they absolutely deserved it. So that gets my P2. My number one, and you know it, is Real Madrid v Atletico Madrid. The 4-1 win. It was an amazing match. I can't comment much on it. They were just supposed to take enough pressure as they can, like sponges. But at the end of the day, as much as you take that water, it's bound to leak. And it started leaking, and it leaked bad. Ramos scoring an absolute clutch equalizer at the end of the match. That was just mad, and Real Madrid just went riot from that point onwards. They started scoring left, right, and center. You've got Cristiano Ronaldo on the goals. You've got Marcelo. You've got everyone scoring goals now. Even the guy, the ball boy, also had a couple of goals also. So it was an amazing match, very clutch from Real Madrid, and it was a match that eventually opened up so many of the Champions League wins that they potentially then got on to win. So Real Madrid were absolutely dangerous in that match, and that makes my top 10. So if you enjoyed the video, thank you for watching. If you got this far, thank you for watching. Please give me a like, probably a sub. Peace.